Good morning, everyone. Here today to talk about the new exhaust system I put on my truck. It's a 4.3 liter V6 Chevy Silverado 2016. The exhaust system has a 3-inch pipe and a 4-inch tip. Wasn't so crazy about the look of the tip until I saw it on here. It's not too big of a difference. Gives it a good look because the tip is actually polished and the rest of the system is aluminized. It's a single side exit, so it's not a dual system, and of course it's a catback exhaust system as well. Sold by MBRP, and so far I'm pretty impressed with it. We purchased it on Amazon because the website, the MBRP website, had it for a little bit more. Amazon is, if you got Prime, Amazon is a great way to purchase things for your vehicle. So far it looks good, it sits pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look underneath and check it out, talk about the installation a little bit. So here we are at the start of the project. One thing I wanted to touch on before we talk about hardware is the fact that I have a lot of space right now. I'm not on any lift in the front or back, and we've got a lot of space. Now when we installed this, we put the two rear wheels up on about 1.5 feet, 2 feet ramps, just to give us some space down there where the axle would probably get in our way. And that helped a lot. So if you have that luxury, definitely take advantage of that. The old one was not as difficult as past exhaust systems have been to take out. What we did was we loosened it at all these rubber plastic hanger pieces here. We took the old pieces out. What we did was we used soapy water in a spray bottle and sprayed it in there, got it as lubed up as we can, and from that point on it was grown man strength that got it out. But once we got most of those loose, I think that one right there was the last one to come out. Once we got most of them loose, we fed it out toward the front of the vehicle. So that was helpful. It came out all in one piece, no cutting, no hacksawing, just in case you have to put the old one back in. So this is the start of the project. As I said earlier, this clamp right here came with the old system. Now it had this little pin holding it on, and that was pretty easy. It was held on to the old system. That was pretty easy to get off with a screwdriver. Also, we've got this tin foil here just to give it a better seal, since this is a new pipe with an older system. Not too old, but just give it a better seal, better bond, and it's holding up pretty good. So this is the first piece you're going to put in. This piece of pipe goes from the catalytic converter to the muffler, and depending on what type of truck you have, you might have to put another pipe. It comes with another pipe, the extension pipe. This is a standard bed, so that pipe wasn't needed. Cut this pipe down to 19.5 inches, and there's some wiggle room there. I don't want to tell you to take off too much or add too much, but 19.5, we're pretty solid in here right now, so I'd stick with that if you can. So here we are at the start of the muffler. This is band clamp. We've got it seated kind of about halfway between where this pipe will join this pipe. We started from the top. This one actually we had to readjust some spaces to get it where it is. Normally they'd want you to put the tighteners down here. It'd be easier to tighten, as I said, with that piece. But due to where this was restricting us, we put it up here. We got it in a good spot. So that was pretty easy to go on. What we did was we got it in there, we sealed it, and then, or we got it tight enough, and then we put the rest of it on We went all the way back through and tightened it after that. And now we're down here at the other end of the muffler, toward the rear of the vehicle. As you can see, not as much space as up toward the front of the vehicle. Like I said, if you got ramps, use them. But still enough room to be able to get in here and do a tightening job if you need to. This was one of the first spots that we needed to readjust a little bit in order to get the first band clamp tightened. But as you can see, we got another band clamp here seated about in the middle of where this pipe and this pipe will be joined. It's in there tight in a good spot. Looks good to me. There's a good wide angle. And then following that, on toward the rear, we have the two hangers, also held in by those rubber pieces here. Fabricated just like the stock system. Past that, now we're here toward the axle and the spare tire. Here's the third piece. Again, seated pretty well. Tightened down enough to where it's not going to go anywhere. And then this is the piece that goes up and over the axle and out toward the tip. Alright, here we are at the end, toward the end of the project. This is the fourth and final hanger. It's another one of those rubbery plastic things. Went in, came out the same way. So this is another angle of how it goes up and over the axle. Plenty of room. And again, just like the stock system, but a lot better sound. And then as we come out here, here's the polished tip. It's got the rounded edges here, and also a little moisture hole there. So here we are on the passenger side rear wheel. This is the muffler that you're looking at. You're looking toward the front of the vehicle. There's one of the hangers. And we come down this way, up over the axle, past the spare tire, and out the back. So here we have the product on the Amazon webpage. Take a closer look. Here it is from tip, up over the axle, past the muffler, the heart of the system, to the catalytic converter. And I just wanted to give you my thoughts, my closing thoughts on the system and how it's working for me. First, it's an easy installation. There's not many pieces to it, so it goes in and can come out if need be fairly easily. Simple mechanic tools can get it in there and take it out. I think 9/16 is the ratchet head we were using to put most of the bolts on. So very easy and very versatile. You don't have to be a mechanic to put this in or take it out. Next, it's a very quality piece of equipment. They use quality metal, and in my opinion, it's going to hold up. I don't see it rusting anytime soon, and I don't see anything falling apart anytime soon, especially with those welds on the hangers. And last, it's got a great sound for a V6. It's a V6, it's not a V8, so it's not going to sound like a V8, but the sound is close enough. It's the best you're going to get, and it's better than what the stock system sounded like, and that's for sure, which was virtually no sound at the tailpipe. You can hear a little bit in the cab, but now you can hear a lot in the cab. And so with that being said, we'll transition to the sound bit test.